As a fan of all things cryptid, I have looked at large flying creatures that are often said to be seen all around the world. Sometimes these are giant avians. Other times they are thought to be long extinct creatures like Pteranodons. There is, however, a wide range of strange, flying cryptozoological beasts. When we look at giant mythological birds, animals like the phoenix and Thunderbird spring to mind. These cryptid flyers are, if you can believe it, on the smaller side of things. There is one cryptid bird that outsizes them all. It's so big that just by flapping its huge wings, it is said to be capable of causing a cyclone. The name of this creature? The Roc. No, not that one. This roc is the largest bird to have ever existed, according to ancient mythology. And in a recent archaeological discovery, scientists have just found a real creature that, like the roc, is said to be the largest thing to have taken flight in the Earth's sky. So let's take a look. Welcome to IF, videos on cryptozoology, ufology, and the paranormal. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video again. Giant animals sailing through our skies have been part of humanity's myths and legends for centuries. The stories of giant winged beasts span the globe, and over the years of research into the field of paleontology, there have been a number of animals found that could suggest if any of these animals from the fossil record lived today, we would have a good basis for these stories. The scope of these creatures continues to widen with the discovery of a massive animal that cruised the Cretaceous sky. With a wingspan of 10 meters and weighing 250 kilos, Cryptozoological boreas is a pterosaur that dwarfs those that came before it and after it. The largest flying animal of all time, according to researchers who reported it in the Journal of Vertebrate Paleontology. David Hone, lead author of the study and a researcher at Queen Mary University in London, spoke to the world's press about the recent discovery of the new species. He said, "This is a cool discovery. It is great that we can identify Cryptozoological as being a distinct creature from Quetzalcoatlus, the other giant pterosaur for which it was initially mistaken." The name of the previous largest species of Pteranodon coming from the ancient Aztec flying serpentine god Quetzalcoatl. This colossal flying animal's remains were first discovered over 30 years ago in Alberta, Canada. At the time of the discovery, it was misclassified and then put away. But 3 decades later, the fossils were given a closer look, and it was found that the fossil remains were in fact those of a juvenile and also an intact giant neckbone of a fully grown specimen. A new species had been uncovered. Paleontologists theorized that, like other pterosaurs, this giant fed on a wide range of animals 77 million years ago. Because of its size, not much would have been off the menu. The Cryptozoological most likely had its choice of small dinosaurs, reptiles, and early mammals to feed upon. The giant flying reptile is thought to have been an inland predator. Many pterosaurs were marine hunters, living on a largely sea-based diet. Today, there are more than 100 known species of pterosaur. Despite their large size and wide distribution across North and South America, Asia, Africa, and Europe, only fragmentary remains have been unearthed, making the new find especially important. North and South America, Asia, Africa, and Europe? These are the same locations that we hear the stories of the Roc. Could there be a link? Could this giant have held on long enough to be seen by early humans, becoming part of their stories, and then becoming ingrained in cultures and their mythology? I have looked at evidence of man and dinosaur living side by side in my videos, The Granby Stone, and my analysis of other cryptids that may be living prehistoric animals. Examples like the Ropen or Mokele Membe and many others. Maybe the origins of the roc can provide us with some more clues. The ginormous flying bird known as the roc, its name having been derived from the Spanish words roco and roc, is part of mythology found across different cultures. It has been suggested that the legend originated in Asia in around 39 AD, specifically in and around India. The evidence of this bird first appearing in ancient Indian Sanskrit epics, which told of a giant bird large enough to pick up and carry away elephants. Legend says that this monstrous creature would swoop in, snatch up, and feed on humans. It would often rip its prey apart and take it back to its nest to feed its young, adding to the mystery and, almost in a forerunner, to the land that time forgot. The roc is believed to inhabit a secret land, a land filled with treasures and protected by these giant birds. The roc are described as looking much like an eagle. They are, however, many times larger, and with this increased size comes increased strength. The roc possesses a 48-foot wingspan, its coloring being similar to that of an eagle, primarily brown with hints of color, and a long, thin, forked tongue much like that of a snake. Strangely, they are also said to have beaks filled with very sharp, pointy teeth which span the entire length of their mouths. This feature bringing us back to the cryodraken. Could it be possible that pterosaurs may have also possessed feathers, or maybe fur? This could, if indeed they had been seen by humans, lead to a misidentification of bird. There are many myths and tales about the roc. These can be found in both Eastern and Western cultures. There is even a story of Marco Polo witnessing a roc. In his telling of his journey along the Silk Road, he describes a bird of impossible size, which swooped down picking up large animals that it found in its path. Marco described how the bird would seize an elephant in its talons and carry it high into the air and drop it. This so it smashed to pieces on the ground. Having killed the elephant, the bird would then swoop in and eat the creature at its leisure. This is a behavior seen in many birds, most famously golden eagles, who capture tortoises and do the same. There are a number of similar creatures found across mythology, the Garuda and the aforementioned phoenix and thunderbirds. Could these birds be living pterosaurs, or are they giant avians? Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, if you like what I do here on the channel, hit that red button, like and share. You can catch the latest by searching weareif. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.